challenging me. Okay, well, stop talking to this person, stop talking to this person. And I literally thought to myself, well, what am I supposed to do all day? You know, because
Mm-hmm.
my kids are in school and I was in school. And then when my kids were home, I was here with them. But once they were in bed, it was a different story. And
Right.
I couldn't understand. I was like, well, what am I supposed to do all day if I'm not entertaining people, if I'm not going on dates late at night or whatever? Um, I honestly felt like, oh, how do I live now? I don't get it. I was that
Mm-hmm.
numb to it.
And you were in school at the same time, and you ultimately ended up with a certification in crisis counseling, which certainly helps with what you're doing on the coaching end of it. Uh, but the therapy got you through, and then what? Um, how
Yeah.
did Ashley become the Ashley of today? That what I'm looking for here is I think a lot of people can relate to your story. A lot of women, Ashley,
Hmm.
and so you know you got the help you needed with the therapy. You were in school working towards a goal, and then what? What did Ashley do specifically within Ashley um, to motivate you to get healthy and to be able to achieve a healthy, intimate relationship with someone else in the future?
Well, for one, I knew that if this was something my kids grew up and found out about, or if they were to mimic
Uh
anything
huh.
that I was doing, never in my life would I want my daughters to go through what
Sure.
I'm going through.
Good
S-
motivation there for sure.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, and then it was being mindful and living each day to its fullest and focusing, like when I had a negative thought or something like that, just learning to redirect my mind and to switch everything and to stop living that victim mentality, because I think a lot of people, we do that so often and it's so easy. We want a pity
Hmm.
party, somebody feel bad for me, I'm not having a good day. And that's fine to some degree, but when you flip it to, instead of why did this happen to me, and you start talking like why did this happen for me, then you can switch your whole entire world around. So instead of why did I go through all this pain, all this hurt, all this abuse and everything, I'm going to say why why did that happen for me? And the answer is because I am bold and forward and I'm willing to speak out and put myself out there and be vulnerable, so that now I can have these experiences and turn it and help other people and get them out of their experiences, or at least avoid these situations.
Absolutely. And what would you say, Ashley, to the people listening out there, our listening audience? And thank you for listening, by the way, everyone who is either here with us live, a little bit delayed today because of some technical issues on our first show. Sometimes we have that, but we did get it together now. And the sound from my producer and Ashley's producer is telling us that we are good to go here. But Ashley, what would you say to someone who's listening to this and listening to what we've been talking about here today that says, "Oh my God, that's me," and didn't really realize, that they might have been suffering to it? What would you say, the first step for them to do is? Is it now? And I know that you are, going to be here in the not too distant future releasing a course that people can take. Um, that will help them escape sex addiction as well. And not only that, you've got the radio show, which is going to be helping them every other week. But what would you say for someone that doesn't want to wait, that just listened to this and said, "Oh my God, that's me. I've got to get out of this." And are there steps that you would give them, or how? What would you recommend?
Right. So, first of all, come talk to me.
There
This
you
is,
go.
I work with clients all the time, and because I'm a life coach. And so we can do
Hmm.
one on one sessions until my program comes out. Um,
Hmm.
but get rid of the shame and know that you are worthy of a healthy relationship. You deserve love. You deserve to respect your body and have control over your life, and to not let triggers and fear, anxiety, or the past paralyze you from pressing forward and getting over this addiction in order to overcome it all and live a truly happy, healthy life where you're confident that you deserve these healthy relationships.
Right. And Ashley, for people that might want to work with you or learn more about what you can do to help them escape sex addiction, how do people get a hold of you, and where do they go to find out more?
Yeah, so you can start out by going to my Facebook page and watching other videos that I have, and that is at www.facebook.com/Coach Ashley Noelle. And Ashley is spelled ASHLEYNOELLE. You can also email me at the same coachashleynoelle@gmail.com. And yeah, reach out to me.
Absolutely. All right. There we have it. And we'll have you repeat that one more time, Ashley. And we'll obviously put it in the replay blurb so people can get to you when they need the help after listening to this show. So that's absolutely awesome. And by the way, let's just take a quick little station break here and say that this is the premiere episode of Escaping Sex Addiction with the brilliant Ashley Noelle. And she's going to be delivering transformational content, helping you escape sex addiction every other week, starting in just 2 weeks now. You're going to have your first solo premiere show, Ashley. And we have a very special guest for your first show. And why don't you highlight what you're going to be talking about on that show and who your very special guest is going to be?
Right. So February 23rd, I am pumped to have therapist Tony Overbay with me. So he is a licensed marriage and family therapist and developer of the Path Back program, which is an online pornography addiction recovery program. And he does things faith-based. He talks a lot about guilt and shame and being sexualized as a woman and how to escape those feelings. So I'm very honored to have him on my show. We work very closely together.
Absolutely. I can't wait. That's going to be an amazing, probably viral type of show, which is always great. So, as I mentioned, we are talking to the brilliant Ashley Noelle. She is a brand new radio host on the Coach on Fire radio network with her new show, Escaping Sex Addiction. So if you know of someone that might be exhibiting the symptoms of sex addiction, or maybe it's you yourself and you're just realizing that, hey, this may be me and I need to help, be sure to listen to Escaping Sex Addiction with Ashley Noelle. And you can find out, more about the episodes and her upcoming shows and the upcoming shows on all of the Coach on Fire, with all of the Coach on Fire network hosts at facebook.com/Coach on Fire radio, or simply go to Coach on Fire, www.coachonfire.live. That's a brand new website that's coming online, and we're still evolving, but there's plenty for you there to see and do now, including our host. So that's www.coachonfire.live, or you can see all of the replays and many of the hosts and hear about upcoming shows, including Ashley's Escaping Sex Addiction, which in just 2 weeks' time will premiere with the brilliant guest she just outlined. That again, facebook.com/Coach on Fire radio and www.coachonfire.live. All right, Ashley, what else can we expect in the coming weeks from your Escaping Sex Addiction show? Anything that we can enlighten the audience on, or have we done a good enough job on that already?
Yeah, you know what? We're just going to focus on turning this addiction into a healthy addiction and just being very mindful, learning about our triggers, not living like a victim, and just getting rid of all those negative thoughts around this whole issue and shedding some light to it.
Absolutely. Awesome. And I can't wait. And as I mentioned, Ashley, just so privileged and honored to have you selected as one of our latest hosts on the Coach on Fire radio network. It's obviously not an easy gig to get because we hand select them for the content of their shows, and this is just going to be very, very special indeed, because it is a problem that needs to get noticed and get that message out there so we can get to people that need it, the help that they deserve to live a healthy and happy life. So congratulations on that. It is a brilliant message. And I'd like to end here, Ashley, with just kind of asking you some fun questions.
Okay.
And just so we can get to know Ashley a little bit. And so I guess my first question would be, do you have a celebrity crush?
Oh, a celebrity crush. You know what? I've always been a big fan of David Beckham.
Okay.
Who doesn't? Come on.
There you go. David Beckham. Okay, that works. It's the first time I've asked that question, but I've got that answer, so that's
Oh,
good.
really? That's
Uh,
funny. I'm a
yeah,
soccer
so
player, though,
yeah,
so
I was just going to say soccer. That's the first time usually we'll get Richard Gere, or for some of the older ones, or Channing Tatum, or Brad Pitt, or something like that. So
hey, I'm not
I think,
against any of them either.
and we got George Clooney once, I think,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
so so David Beckham, very very cool. So celebrity catch. Do you have a guilty indulgence, food wise? Something that you probably shouldn't be eating, but it's just so good anyway.
Yes, and I am not ashamed to admit that I love McDonald's.
Okay,
I'm
so there we
loving it.
go. You're loving McDonald's. All the non-healthy food that goes with it, it's good. Bring that Big Mac on
Oh,
for
yeah.
Ashley.
Oh, yeah. My kids could tell you what I order.
Oh, I bet they could. I bet they could. And the ages of your kids are what, 3 and 5? Is that correct? Or
Yeah.
okay. And the 5-year-old, I guess, might be able to answer this question. Is there anything you do on a regular basis that embarrasses her?
Oh,
Maybe when you're dropping her
gosh.
off at daycare or something like that.
You know what? When I take her to school, so both my kids are in school,
Mm-hmm.
and she always goes, "Okay, hugs and kisses," and then she'll run off. And so, but the other day she saw a boy, and I think his name was like Travis or something. She goes, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
Travis," and I was like, "Ooh, who's that?" And she was like, "Mom." And I was like, "Okay, well, give me your hugs and kisses," because she started to run away. And she was
Uh-huh.
like, "Ugh, are you serious?" And I was like, "You ask for them every day." And I was like, and then so she got him really quick, and she ran up. She was like, "What up, Travis?" And I was like, "Oh, who's this little Travis boy, huh? Little 5-year-old punk. Not playing that game."
That's very cool. Not playing that game at all, Mom.
No, no, you're too young.
Oh, there we go. Interested. Okay. Favorite book that you might have read, either fiction or nonfiction, that you would recommend to others in the last 6 months?
Okay, I am first to admit I hate reading. I hate it so much.
Okay. So no
Um,
book. So
no,
let's go to a movie.
well, a book, one that I am kind of dabbling in a little bit it's called Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. And it talks about all about how to unlock your higher purpose in life based off your DNA, and all about your
Yes.
energy, and channeling your inner child and lover
Hmm.
and fighter and all those things. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, I just read a review on that book. Someone sent me an email with a review on that book. It does sound intriguing and interesting. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's a book. How about a movie? Are you a Star Wars fan, or do you have a genre that
No.
you just absolutely love, or any movie that you've seen in the last 6 months that you would say you got to go see that to your friends or family?
I am all about comedies,
Okay,
especially romantic comedies. One of my favorite movies though is it's got to be Hot Rod.
there you go.
Have you seen Hot Rod?
I have. I
Yeah, it's
have.
that like stupid humor,
Right.
and my family and I will quote it all day long.
Okay. Quoting Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Something we didn't know about Ashley. Now we're getting to know her really well now. Uh, her 5-year-old mom not taking any of that, and an interesting book. You came out of saying you don't like to read, and you came out with a highly intellectual book. So there you go.
I
Nice.
know, right?
I know. Ashley's full of surprises. The brilliant Ashley Nicole, escaping sex addiction. Okay, Ashley, just a couple more.
Okay.
Um, what is one thing most people don't know about Ashley that you're comfortable in revealing here? I know you've given a lot today in terms of transparency and authenticity, but
Yeah,
is there
what
one
don't you
thing,
know now?
yeah, what you don't, one quirk or, something quirk or funny about you, something humorous